Hello and a warm welcome to our tutorial on how to plant a tree as part of our Copthorne Harvest Festival 2020. Now some of you might wonder, why planting a tree as part of the Harvest Festival? Well, the autumn and the winter are good times to think of planting trees if you are considering planting a tree. But not just that. At the beginning of this year, our church was looking at how can we care for creation better. And we asked people to come up with different suggestions, and the one suggestion that really stood out was, why not plant a tree? If each one of us is able to plant a tree, then we would have loads of trees planted this year. And we thought, yeah, that's a great plan, but how do we do this? And so we asked the Woodland Trust to help us, to say, could you teach us how to plant a tree? And so they made this wonderful video for us. So I hope you enjoy, and you might be inspired to buy a tree and to plant one in your own garden, or if you don't have a garden, maybe here in a communal garden such as the church yard here, and talk to us and we see what we can do. But thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy this video.
To plant a tree, you'll need a spade, a tree, fairly obviously, a spiral to protect it, and a cane to support that spiral, and somewhere to plant it. The first thing you'll need to do is dig yourself a hole. It doesn't have to be too wide, but it will need to be deep enough to take all those tree roots. Make sure you're not putting your soil too far away, because you'll need that again in a minute. Once your hole's deep enough, take the tree and push it to one side. I find is the easiest thing to do, because then you can see how deep it is in the hole and that all the tree's roots are going to be covered, which is the most important bit. Firm up the soil. You can use the heel of your boot to do that and make sure that all the air gaps are out. It needs to be nice and firm. You don't want any frost getting in there later on. Once you're sure it's firm, give the tree a little tug and hopefully it should stay put. The next thing you'll need is the cane. You're going to push that in just next to the tree, but not too close, because you don't want to be pushing it through the roots that you've just nicely planted. Lastly, take your spiral, open one end up and hook it round the cane and the tree together. Then gently wind it up to the top, making sure you don't damage your tree while you do it. This bit's a bit fiddly, so you might take a bit of practice, but you'll get there in the end. Push it down into the ground, maybe a centimetre or so, just to make sure that no vermin can get underneath it and ring bark the tree. And that's all there is to it.